Morning guys, just picked up the food shop for the next week or so. I'm on a half day today, so I am going to be back at work. Liam's already back, but I thought I would just show you guys what I picked up for this next week. So just the standard juice, got some more milk, some shower gel, shampoo, conditioner, that sort of stuff, wipes, sugar, biscuits. The camera's flashing, so I'm gonna have to do this quickly. Pepperoni pizza fries, some picky things, some chips, some biscuits, some after eats for Liam, some sweets, some beans and ravioli, pasta, cheese, picky bits again for some tea one day, steak pie. Got these to try because I thought they looked quite nice. Some pizzas, more of the picky bits, Coca-Cola and some crisps. So I'm gonna get all of this put away now. I think in total it cost about £60 across Iceland and Aldi, so not too bad. But I will put this away. I'm gonna put the camera on charge for Liam and he will probably pick you up when he is in from work.
Right everyone, it is later on now, typical me. I have been knackered today, to be fair, from work, getting up and going back to work and all that good stuff. Well, yeah, good stuff. And then I came back, we had tea, just nothing fancy for tea tonight, just chicken Kiev and chips. Then I've just been chilling on FIFA, to be fair. I just wanted to have a nice night in, just relaxing, back up early tomorrow as well. But I thought I would, before I show you anything that we picked up from Berlin that I never showed you, I thought I would quickly do the scent of the day. Scent of the days that we've been away. So this is going back to Friday until today. So there's 5 scents in front of us. Gonna go in order, so this will have been Friday's scent. Warm gingerbread, very festive. Oh, I love a gingerbread, you know. A gingerbread scent. Is this the one you thought I would say? Got something on my face, do you?
Yeah, you've got black stuff on your face.
Black stuff?
Whatever that is.
Oh, that'll be off my headset, I think. Oh, I love a gingerbread scent.
Oh, you like the
Oh, I just think cinnamon gingerbread is just so festive, so Christmassy. Thai, lime and mango. I mean, it's not mine, but it's nice. That's not bad. That's a nice scent, actually. I really didn't think I would like that one. Cinnamon apple. Oh my word! What are Just Wicks doing? Oh, it smells like a Haribo. Do you know the? I know it's weird, but do you know the cherry Tangfastic Haribos? That's what it smells like. Which is weird because it's cinnamon apple, but oh, that's the scent that I'm getting. That is, oh, that was unreal. Then we've got golden embers and plum. Yeah, I knew I wasn't gonna like that one. Not bad, but not like, just not my sort of scent. Not my sort of scent. Chocolate chip cookie. Oh. That's very chocolatey, chippy cookie. So yeah, that is them 5 done. Out of them 5, best one. Warm gingerbread just sticks out for me because they are festive ones. It is a festive time of year. Warm gingerbread is my favourite. Then I would go cinnamon apple. Then I would go probably the Thai lime and mango. Chocolate chip cookie, and then golden embers and plum. I can't remember which one I said the best one was. I think it was the one that's in. What was it called? Jingleberries.
I switched it this morning and had it on for a little bit.
Oh yes, that was the one. But yeah, I thought now I would just quickly. I know this vlog is very gonna much be probably just like near enough one clip because there's so much to go through. But like I said, I was just so tired. And there's plenty of time sort of over the next few days that I want to sort of go through things, talk about things. But I thought I would very much just show you some things that we picked up from Berlin that we might not have showed you there. We might have showed you some of them, but I think it'd be better now to show you with the lighting. So we'll start off with the magnet. Got to get a magnet everywhere you go. Berlin magnet. Focusing up there beautifully. I love the detail in this one. Had pretty much everything that Berlin has to offer. and everything that we went to see, all the sites, been going mad. We then picked up this Berlin bauble. I think we might have showed this in the vlog when we were in Berlin, but it is so just festive and Christmassy, as all baubles should be. But yeah, I think that is something that when we go away at festive times we will look to pick baubles up. We then obviously picked up the cups from Alexander Platz. They'll be good to have some drinks in, and I'm very happy. They are very nice, to be fair. Oh, they've got, I didn't realise they had the tower on. Like I say, this is what I mean, I'd never really looked into them in that much depth. That was the thing that was there in the middle. That was where we got the cups from, wasn't it? That mark at the stand there, that was the one doing the drinks. So they're very nice and detailed. And then finally, the main event of the evening. You know we love our placed Starbucks cups. I will just quickly pop these down a second, everyone, that is better. So, the cups, the Starbucks mugs that we always pick up. So we'll start with the Germany one. This very much just represents normally what the country's about. So on the Germany one, we have got, I'll pop these on the table, it'd be better. Obviously we've got a bit of Berlin there. Okay, he's gonna spin it for us, the absolute angel. Bit beer, the football. I'm not sure what them castles are. But yeah, then we've got the television tower and whatever that is in Germany. A lot of stuff that I'm not really too sure of. Oh yeah, sausages on the side. And then we've got the main one, the Berlin. The bear did seem to be like quite a theme in Berlin. Yeah, their symbol sort of thing, yeah. Then you've got like the town hall, the television tower, the artwork, which I think that is the Berlin Wall there actually, with the,
I think it
force you back up, with the graffiti on. Then we've got the, what's that called again?
Oh Jesus!
Oh my god! I was literally just talking about it today. We forgot. We've took yous there, but we've forgotten already. But yeah, like we love picking them up, and what we'll have started doing is just picking up the one of the city and then the country. So, like say, we've got Czech Republic there, and then we've got Prague, and as the other one there, just at the back, if you can see that there. But yeah, I mean, new additions to the collection. But I'm going to do the dishes now, and then I might go through some comments and then probably look to wrap up the video. I've got a lot more that I want to sort of discuss about Berlin, other little things. Oh, and also, just quickly, we also obviously, what you would have seen, picked up the scarf from the match ice hockey game that we went to, and also, if I can find me top, is it in here? Yeah, there it is. I also picked up a Hertha Berlin home top from when we went to the stadium, and I actually really like it. I was a bit worried. I always get worried when I go to the stadiums and I want to get the tops, whether I'll actually like the top. And I think if I ever come across that situation, I will just probably buy like a training top or like a hat or something like that. But yeah, there it is there, just blue and white. With, I like the little detail in, like it's just like got patterns in on the side as well, but I really like that. So I picked that up to commemorate the time in Berlin and going to the Olympiastadion, which I really enjoyed. That was just like a dream come true for me, that. But I'm going to get the dishes done, then pick these back up, end off on some comments. Hope you're enjoying the vlog. Remember to subscribe to the channel. We are chasing 500 subs before the new year, and it does look like, it is starting to look unlikely that we won't hit it. So if you aren't subscribed and you're not, please hit the subscribe button. It does mean a hell of a lot. But yeah, I'm going to do the dishes, so I'll catch you in a second. Everyone, dishes are all done, and I've just seen... What can you do? What can you do? She's the boss around here, so nothing I can do, guys. No. But Katie is currently in bed. She's not feeling too great, which is a shame. I think it's just, she googled it, it's something to do with like when you go on a plane, or something to do with the altitude, or she could just have this bug that's going around. So if any of you guys have it, I hope you're keeping well. Remember, just keep hydrated and all that good stuff. Not a doctor, but yeah, I don't know why I've just chucked my phone away, because it's the comments that I'm going to go through. I also need to sort my case out. Yeah, I know, by the way, that is genuinely disgusting. But yeah, I still haven't sorted my case out. It sounds weird, but a lot of the stuff I was actually a good boy for once. I didn't actually get much dirty whilst we were away. So I don't know if I want to wash it for the sake of washing it, if it's still clean. I think at best case, might just need to go, maybe get ironed or something like that. I'm not too sure, but comments is what we're going to focus on right now, because then I can just wrap the video up and unpack. And then I think what I'm going to do is just wrap up the whole Berlin saga, the Berlin series, like today. So then tomorrow there's no more talk of Berlin and all that good stuff, and we can just get on with the Vlogmas stuff. Tomorrow is Christmas Eve, is Saturday, so Christmas Eve Friday. I don't know when any Christmas Eve should nearly steady on. But yeah, so someone put, really enjoyed the vlogs, thank you for sharing your trip. Like them comments to me mean so much, because like I said yesterday, the travel vlogs don't seem to do as well, which like I understand. I think it's more to do with the algorithm than people actually like clicking on them. I think when you totally change up your content, I was reading something the other day, it totally just sways to a different audience, and sometimes doesn't even try to get out to the regular viewers of your channel. So I think it is more to do with that. But like for me personally, just exploring the world are my favourite sort of vlogs to watch when people go abroad and go travelling. That, like, for me, I just love seeing new stuff. I don't know, I kind of want to turn this around so it's a bit more festive. There we go. Christmas tree. Yeah, I'm in quite an awkward position, but yeah, that will do. Someone put then, if you look closely at some of the old buildings, you can still see bullet and shrapnel damage from the Battle of Berlin. Great video. So again, thank you for saying great video. And yeah, I did notice yesterday, just before we went into a tram station, you might have seen it. If I remember to, I'll put it on the screen now. There was a building that looked like it had basically been bombed, and was like just the front of the building left. I think you could see on the sides there was like damage basically done to the building. And there was also one of the Christmas markets, the main one that I said to go to. There was like a church there, and I definitely noticed holes in the wall. I didn't at the time think anything of it, but I definitely think they were bullet holes in them stuff. And also when we went on the tour of, I was about to say Auschwitz, but not Auschwitz. I know, I was just about to say Sachsenhausen. One of the Jewish, like, I don't know what the mosques, that's it. Katie just rising from the dead to sort of correct us. Was like, had been burnt down and sort of reconstructed, had also been bombed, and you could sort of see that there'd been damage done throughout World War II to them mosques and stuff like that. So it is definitely surreal when you see that sort of stuff. Like I say, it was more the church that I'd seen in the middle of one of the Christmas markets that had a lot of bullet holes in, but at the time I didn't even think anything of it. And then all of a sudden I seen this comment and I was like, oh, that's more than likely what they would have been. So yeah. Then someone put, me and my daughter are having a good laugh watching your video this morning. You aren't selling Berlin, the food sounds awful, and you were followed. So you were followed, I think that was definitely just us, well, more me, because I brought it up, overthinking. I think it was just weird because what happened was we left the ice bar and it was this guy who was in by himself. God, I hope he doesn't watch, he'll think that we're calling him a creep or something. And we left, and then I noticed he left, and then we went outside, so he went outside, but like we sort of were sorting ourselves out inside, then he was doing the same. It was like he was just mirroring everything we were doing. And then we lingered outside whilst we got our phones out to look at directions, went in the direct way of the directions, and then I noticed he sort of like lingered a bit, then he went, and then he was following us, but he sort of seemed to speed up a bit, and I was just a bit like, I don't like this at all. So I mentioned it to Katie, but doubled back on ourselves and all of that, and it was absolutely fine in the end. Like, I doubt I'm sure he was just an innocent guy that was just probably doing the same as us. And then also on the food, I was saying, I think me and Katie are partly to blame for that. I think the thing with Berlin is it seems like a city that is very much split up into different sections, especially when the Christmas markets are on. And the markets always seem to be around sort of fast food place, and then obviously you have the food on the Christmas market, all which was great. Katie tried, how were they? Currywurst. And that was unreal. I had like a burger thing, that was unreal. Our problem mainly was sort of where, like, in this country, I feel like you could sort of, like, if you went to the Edinburgh markets, you went to the Newcastle markets, or any of the other markets that are in the country, I feel like you could walk around the market all day and then come out of the market and go, there's a TGI's, or there's a so-and-so, and you could go in and actually sit down and have a proper meal. And I just felt in Berlin, around the markets, there wasn't many places like that, and it felt like you had to travel quite far. That could just be us. I do also think where we're partly to blame is we should have booked, like, we should have just looked in before we went, booked places. I know we normally love Hard Rock, and we should have just booked meals in set places. But I think the thing with the Christmas markets is you want to go to the Christmas markets and then pop in for meals when you're sort of ready. And I just felt like with a lot of around the Christmas markets, it was like Five Guys, McDonald's, and me and Katie actually sort of said the best places to go and get food was sometimes this felt like it was the subway stations. And I just, in our opinion, for a city to have a lot of Christmas markets, you sort of want to go in the Christmas markets, come out and be able to go, let's go here for a meal. And to be honest, we did, like, we went to Peter Pan and that other place that started with a V. I always want to call it Viagogo or something, but we went there and that was more just the service that we didn't like. We didn't like the way that that operated. The burger place, Peter Pan, was like brilliant. So I suppose there was places, but it was more of the lack of choice. Like the Viagogo place, I know I'm butchering it, that was the only place around where we were like, let's go in and sit down. That was literally the only place. The Peter Pan place also was the only place that we could sort of find quickly and go and get some food. So I think if you're gonna go to Berlin, definitely sort of, if you're gonna go for 2, 3, 4 days, whatever, book your restaurants that you want to go to before you go, and then they're sort of set. I think if we go back, that's something we'll definitely be doing, is booking up places so it's set in stone, and it's like, we're going here for a meal tonight and there's like at this time and there's nothing, that's it. Then we're sorted, we know we're going for a meal, a sit down meal in an actual restaurant, and we've looked at the menu and we're definitely gonna like something. Because that was the problem with that Viagogo place, was we just seen Italian, but then we went in, it was a weird, like, we didn't understand, but we understood the system, we just felt it was weird. And then two, it was the only option, and we were like, we're not gonna leave now. So yeah, I definitely think I will get onto it, and I definitely think I will sell Berlin, because we did really enjoy it. But yeah, I'll get onto that. And then someone commented saying, make sure you cross the road, make sure when you cross the road you use the crossing as they fine you if you jaywalk. So I don't know how true that is, but me and Katie definitely took it and definitely just used the crossings. We didn't jaywalk, which I assume is just sort of walking across without basically the green man coming on. But every time we came up to a crossing, we were pretty much so conscious of that comment that we never did it. And then, is the big surprise announcement anything to do with mum and dad? Lol. I think that is basically a reference to the pyjamas that we got, and they were titled Mum and Dad. No, Kitty's not pregnant, and we aren't having kids for any time soon. There's still so much in the house to sort out, and there's still so much that we also want to do with life, so there'll be no kids anytime soon, unfortunately. But just to conclude this video, I sort of just want to, how do I sort of say it, like, go over our experience of Berlin and whether I would sort of recommend it. And I would honestly recommend going. I couldn't speak for any other time of year, but I'm just going to go off of our time of year and when we went at for the Christmas markets and around the winter time. And if you can get a good deal like we did, I mean, we paid for this holiday over the span of like a year. It cost us like £12 or £13 a month, and it was like so much time to pay it off. Like I say, the payments were so little, and we knew we were going to go and we were going to get the Christmas market experience. The markets themselves were pretty much flawless. Like I pretty much would recommend all of them. I think the one that we got to, the one where we got the cups from, that is very close to another big market, the one with the Ferris wheel. If you remember on the video, I think that was like the City Hall one. They're very close to each other, so it's like one of them did feel small, the one where we got the cups from, and then the other one felt it like, which is literally a 5-minute walk away, is massive and is definitely the best one. And then it's so, the thing is with the city is it's so easy to get around. It's easy to make mistakes with where you're going and where you're not going, but if you just, like, just take your time, look at everything, and it's pretty like self-explanatory. It's pretty easy to get around. I think if you live in London, you'd have no problems at all. And if me and Katie can operate getting around, we are quite experienced with undergrounds, but if you live in London, you'll be way more experienced than us. But when we've been to Prague and Paris, they've all operated on a similar system. And I did think the city was so easy to get around. If there was days where you just didn't feel like walking a lot, you didn't have to. You could just get around the city so easy. They also have them electric scooters if you're interested in using them. So the city itself is big, but it's easy to get around. The Christmas markets, there wasn't one that I went to where I was like, this is a bit disappointing. I do think we avoided one, and there was one that had really bad Google, like reviews on Google, so we did just avoid that one. So maybe it's not I couldn't give you like a true sort of experience and an opinion on all of the markets there, because like I say, we didn't go to all of them. We just went to the ones on Google that said were good, and then the one that was sort of, it said it was good, but then you actually looked at the reviews, and the reviews speak a lot higher than Google's rating, because the reviews are actual customers and people that have been, and we sort of went off that, and it just said it was really bad. Because on Google it basically said there was hundreds of stalls. There wasn't. A review said there was about like 40 to 50, which is quite small for a Christmas market. But that was the thing with the, I'm gonna get the cup now to have a quick look at what it was called. But the City Hall one was literally a 5-minute walk away from the Alexanderplatz one. So that sort of, because the Alexanderplatz one was quite small, but there was still a lot to do, and you could still buy a lot there. And the Alexanderplatz one was probably the best place for if you wanted to get a drink, like a hot chocolate, mulled wine, whatever, a beer, and there was a lot of seating area there. Whereas the other one was just a lot of stalls. It had like the Ferris wheel, a lot of kids rides, an ice rink, and they were literally within 5 minutes of each other. So like, although Alexanderplatz was small, if you wanted a bigger one, you literally only had to walk 5 minutes. It was literally, you come out of Alexanderplatz, go underneath the underground, sort of the overhead, sorry, and then like turned left, and you would just see the Ferris wheel walk towards it. It was also right next to the big television tower. So I would like, it cancelled each other out sort of thing. But the Christmas markets were perfect, like brilliant. The Berlin as a whole, as a city, clean, efficient, which Germans love. The airport was stunning and had a lot in it. There was a lot to do. Like I say, me and Katie got there early and there was a lot to choose from. I genuinely couldn't recommend going to Berlin higher, especially over the Christmas time. I think for a few days especially, it's definitely worth it. So I know it did come across that I didn't sell it very well, but I do think that was down to personal errors that me and Katie made in not booking not hotels, restaurants in advance for sit-down meals, because I'm sure there's plenty. Like I said, there's a Hard Rock there. I know you can eat in the television thing. I'm fairly confident you can eat in there. I know there's a Sky Bar that you can eat there. That might be that. I just heard a couple talk about that when we were on the Sachsenhausen tour. But then, yeah, things like the Sachsenhausen tour, there's a lot of walking tours as well, which the reviews on, you are? Saxon. Oh, Saxon. Sorry, ma'am. But yeah, a lot of the walking tours, like there was a food and drinks walking tour, which maybe would have come in handy for me and Katie. There was a lot that you could do. Tours within the city. You didn't have to go out to the concentration camp tour to Sachsenhausen. You could just do tours within the city, which definitely looked like they were recommended very highly on Google. And then finally the hotel, like I said, the hotel that means Kate stayed in was the Hotel Berlin Mitte by Campanile or something like that. I would 100% recommend that hotel as well if you go. And like I said, it was cold, but they had the heating on pretty much all the time, so it was nice and warm when we went into the room. It was pretty basic, just a bed, like a double bed, but I think it was maybe a king size, to be fair, because it did feel really big. Telly on the wall if you needed, tea, coffee, all that good stuff, and then a really nice bathroom. It was just what you need for a city break. And I always sort of say this with city breaks, is you don't need the bee's knees. You don't, like, in my opinion, with a city break, you're not going to be in your room a lot anyway, unless you have kids. If it is just a solo couple going, you don't need a lot. You just basically need somewhere to sleep and somewhere to clean up, and that is you, because you're going to be out of the room most of the day, if not all day anyways. But that is where I'm going to leave this vlog. I hope you have enjoyed. I hope you take on board as well, because I felt bad when I seen that comment. I know they wouldn't have meant it in a bad way if it's not selling Berlin, but I was like, oh, I hope I'm not like trashing the city, because I like to be honest. If we did go to Berlin and I really did dislike it, I would tell yous. But like, with this channel, with the cities we've been to, Berlin is probably one of the better ones. I mean, I'm trying to think where else we've been, but because on this channel it's not been around too long, but it was better for me. It was better than London. I did enjoy it a lot more than when we went to London. It could have just been, I mean, the time of year is summer and then winter for Christmas markets. I mean, it was always going to be, or should have been, rammed. But yeah, I did really enjoy Berlin. I hope I didn't undersell it, and I hope I didn't come across like I was being negative towards Berlin, because I did really enjoy Berlin. But yeah, I'm going to wrap this video up there now. I hope you did enjoy. Remember to like the channel if you did enjoy, like the video if you did enjoy the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Like I say, we are close, well, we are trying our best to hit 500 subs before the new year, and I hope this daily content gives you a piece of entertainment for the day. Trying to get me words out now, I'm losing them. So if you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe. It does mean a hell of a lot. And yeah, that is all from me today. I will catch you tomorrow in another video.